because it is so much easier to just let relaxation happen with each breath, whatever that means to you. A sense or a feeling of relaxation with each breath. The way things happen naturally, all the time. And I can be reminded of a time, many years ago, as a student, when I first walked past an office door that was covered in comics and pictures, short articles and long essays, car bumper stickers and postcards that a professor had taped up there, posting small pieces of thought for all to think about briefly and to consider adding to their own collections of understandings and memories. But one of them stood out, jumped out at passers-by, shouting out at them in bold purple letters, "Be your own lion," it said. "Do not depend on others." As if to emphasize that all of these postings were the insights of others and might not light the way toward one's own illumination. Which instantly raised the question of where to find that light and how to use that light to light the way along those paths to some unknown end that actually is a beginning, and how to avoid getting lost along the way, how to become your own light, perhaps like the very bright light of a spotlight that comes with its own warning to not look at it directly or touch the bulb while it is lit, because it is so hot and bright. A light that can send a beam of light across a 2-mile wide lake and light up the opposite side of the shore, which is a very bright light. But if you cannot look at it without injuring yourself, how safe can it be? And how useful for reading in the quiet darkness? So you might want to consider finding something softer. If you are going to be your own light, while not depending on others to find your way, you might want to use something gently illuminating, like a candle perhaps, which at first might seem quite dim and not adequate at all, until you imagine one inside your mind and remember staring at that flame in the quiet darkness. A small candle flame, a yellow flickering light we sometimes see by when the electricity goes out. A light that seemed very dim at first compared to the bright light bulb, but it gets brighter over time as we adjust to it. Soon lights up an entire room, fills up all the corners of every space inside. The way that light inside you, that light that you become when you use your imagination, can fill your mind as well. and illuminate every corner. Just enough to see, just enough to explore all the hidden understandings. Because a candle in the mind does not light up things with a sudden blinding brilliance, like a match in a pitch black room. An instant blaze of light with a sizzle of sound that makes us turn away at first, until it settles down, that we can see again to use that match to light a candle or a flare, a soft light or a bright one. They both light up the dark spaces, while you drift into the centre and find that one light that belongs to you. Because a becoming light that makes you look good is different from becoming the light that makes you feel good. And seeing that line in the back of the mind, which at first might seem very far away, is just another step to feeling that line getting closer. Closer and closer. So close you can touch it. Feel the heat of it, the energy of it, lightening up your skin, lightening up your muscles, lightening up everything inside, and lightening up the room as well, filling all those spaces with light, until that light becomes so bright, so unbearably beautifully bright, and the sound becomes so amazing, so emotionally amazing, that the mind may keep trying to turn away from it all and find it difficult to stay right there, where it has been hard to be before. A scary place to just step into. A place where you are free to be your own light. A place to feel light. A place to be light. Lighter than air at times. Freer than light at times. Free to light up the sky at times. And free now to take your own time to become lighter than light, brighter than bright, and just notice that flame that lights up your mind. It shows you things that ordinarily might have gone overlooked. The way 2 and 2 can be 4. But before you know it, 2 can become 3. Because without having to try, you may have drifted quite completely, feeling that lightness of being light. And without trying, that light can shine. Something you may notice more clearly later on. That's right. The light can fade into the background, into the back of the mind for now.